Thank you. Hello everybody, my name is Craig Bennett and I'm the founder and owner of TechViewsNote, and today we are doing another Android tutorial, and today we're going to get into toast notifications. Now as far as this goes, if you haven't seen the previous videos, I highly recommend that, and the card will be showing up here. And then if you want to skip ahead to the next video in this series, then the card should be showing up about now. Now, as far as things goes, what is a toast notification? I'm going to jump ahead and just show you this so you get a good idea. And this is an actual application that I'm working on my own personal stuff with some other people. And basically, during the testing phase, you'll see right here is a toast notification. So whenever you're testing your application, you can see what's being triggered. So for example, if you hit that, you'll see view history, then you'll see create a list and stuff like that. Now obviously you can change it to say whatever you want, but it lets you know that you're hitting the right button and it's even recognizing it, or if you want it to say what it's exactly doing. So toast notifications, as you saw, they show for a few seconds, and that's the point of them. Is what they do is they allow you to troubleshoot the system, and if you want to, you can easily keep it on there for the consumer for whatever reason. So say for example, if you're making a game and you got, I don't know, the person done 100,000 points in the game, you can have a congratulations toast notification in there that pops up. Something quick, something that's not disturbative, and something that will go away on its own very quickly. Now this is very important. This is to be separated from the actual notifications. The toast notification will not show up within the actual notifications area. It's very important to realize this. So what we need to do is go into our Android application within Android Studio and start that. So as far as the first thing we need to do in making this is we simply need to go to the Java class, and for this what I'm going to do is whenever the application does start up, I want the application to show the toast, so it'll be a good example for you, a new developer. So what we need to do is go down towards the bottom, and what we're trying to do is make sure it stays within the start instance area, and preferably we can put this anywhere, but what we want to prefer is put it on the bottom, and that way as you add new code you can add it all on the bottom, and it helps you on figuring out what's working and what doesn't, if it's stuff starts working over time. Let's add in a comment and put in toast so we can quickly find it if need be, and simply we just start typing in toast with a capital T, and then go down one to where it says create a toast and hit tab, and it fills it out. So what is toast, and specifically what are we looking at? Let's go to the mega text and click Control Q on the PC. For other programs it might be a little bit different, but what we're looking at is the instance. So what you're seeing here is what exactly does it do, and it even tells you the API level, parameters, and a few other things. So what we're looking at, let's see if we can make this a little bit bigger for you. So what we're looking at is this is a static, which means we can just call it, but then we got the context, and for the content it has main activity, which is this, and then we have this, which is what is this, the right here where it says this is basically calling on this activity, that what we're currently dealing with. Then we have the text, so we're going to add that in, so the toast will bring that up, It's very simple. Then we got the duration. And if we want to take even a further look into this, say if we are not familiar with this, we rarely use it in the workplace, and you will use this quite a bit in a workplace. But say if there's something out there that you're working with at a given time that you rarely use, and you want to use this method to figure out what you're exactly looking at, what you can actually do is pull up these type of things, and it will tell you what it's about. Then below here it will tell you what each stage is about, so we can see the context. It gives us a little bit more information. Then it says like text, the text shows, and so on. And then even further, it will even tell you with the duration, which is the last thing. It will say these are the two durations it will accept, short and long. You might be asking, why is it only accepting short or long? Well, that way people who's using Android can get a constant theme across Android, and it's more of a enjoyable experience. Because otherwise you'll have developers, new and old developers, using different times and different things, and they'll make a inconsistent experience across the board. It's one of the reasons. But anyways, let's close this down. And why is this in red? And the red box is waiting for us to OK it. So we OK it by simply hitting the enter button. Then we need to simply add the text. So what we say here is anything that you want, but for me, I'm going to put in this app just started. Again, you can put whatever you want, and we're going to hit enter, and that's it. That's it. Now, as far as this show, what is that? In order for the toast to show, it needs that show in there. So let's run this and see if this worked. Let it build and run, and I'll be right back whenever it's up. And as seen here, let's open it up real quick, and as you can see here, the toast message just came up very quickly and it went away. So that way we know the app officially started, and whenever we pull it up, we can use that for debugging. Now, one thing I want to mention again is you can build the application right now and put it on the marketplace, and whenever someone's going to pull it up each and every time, it's going to give them that toast notification. You don't want that. You simply don't want that, because what's going to end up happening is it's odd. The user is not going to like it, so you need to make sure that you have a consistent feel across the board. Now, because I want to make sure that I enforce how this works, let's add this to where the button is. So what we're going to do is whenever the button is clicked, we can tell the stuff to give us a little notification that's clicked. And it's important to note that this allows you to see if a method has been activated, and also if there's any variables that you cannot see obviously on the screen, and it pulls it up so you can actually see it again for debugging and for other things. So let's go and put in the toast into the method. And what we're going to do is simply redo the text and say something like I was clicked. Again, you can do whatever you want. And for this time, let's do length long, so you can see. And let's run it again. And so you have a good idea on the two links. Let's open this up, and you can see that it went away already. And let's click the button, and you can see where it's sticking around for a little while longer, and then it goes away. Again, there's only 2 time sets for it. You cannot set at any given time outside that. It's either long or short. And whenever you click it, it will pull it up again and reactivate the toast. So it's very important to note that. And again, it's great for debugging. And again, a real world example is, let's pull up this application this time. And you can see that I can get an ID on when something's being called, and even further going into what ID is at. So when I'm debugging, or when I have a team debugging some of the applications, stuff like that, where it says saving, gathering information, showing information, and stuff like that, it will show. And with using the comments, like so, I can just take a look at that and say, okay, we're done debugging, that feature works, let's move on, and it clears it out. So that's simple. I'm going to leave this in here just for the test, and I'm going to rename this please feel free to copy me, and that way you can simply copy and paste it into your own thing. Just make sure that you replace that with whatever that's needed. Simple as that. Now, this has been Craig Bennett, and hopefully this has helped you out in making toast notifications. If you do have any questions on this or anything else, please let me know in the comment section. And if you do have any other ways to add toast to the Android applications that I didn't cover here, feel free to add that in the comment section too. But anyways, hopefully you liked this, and if you have, then please leave a like, subscribe, and share. And also please feel free to check out our Patreon campaign to help these videos keep coming out. And I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day.